Picture an animal the length of a school bus, with eyes the size of dinner plates, living in crushing pressure near freezing water and almost total darkness. Now picture it surviving there for millions of years, without humans even seeing one alive until recently. By the logic of biology, the giant squid should be a dead end. So why is it still here? What is it doing down there that keeps it alive? The giant squid, Architeuthis dux, is not just big. It is a predator built for a world that breaks most living things. Down there, pressure crushes air spaces, cold slows metabolism, and food arrives unpredictably. For most animals, getting huge in that environment would be a terrible idea. Bigger bodies need more energy, more oxygen, more luck. And for a long time, we barely knew the giant squid existed at all. A tentacle in a fishing net, a beak inside a whale's stomach, scars across a sperm whale's head. That raised an uncomfortable question. Was this actually a successful species, or just a biological accident barely hanging on? The answer turns out to be stranger. The giant squid survives because it is perfectly weird. Start with the obvious problem. The deep sea is stingy. No sunlight, no plants, no endless food chain. Just darkness and whatever drifts down from above. Dead fish, organic debris, the occasional feast followed by long stretches of nothing. So going big should fail. Big muscles cost energy. Big brains cost energy. Even moving costs energy. And the giant squid looks fragile. No bones, no armor, soft tissue everywhere. Honestly, but the deep sea changes the rules. Cold water slows metabolism. High pressure reduces the need for heavy support structures. And a squid's body is mostly water. That means it can become enormous without paying the same energy bill a land animal would. Then comes the real advantage. If food is rare, being large becomes useful. A bigger body stores more energy. It survives famine longer. It can wait. The giant squid does not survive by sprinting. If the giant squid stays alive, it is because it spends almost nothing. Think of it like an extreme minimalist. First, it does not need to move fast constantly. Squid use jet propulsion, but doing that non-stop would burn energy like a race car. So instead, a giant squid likely drifts for long periods suspended in darkness, moving only enough to stay oriented. Low effort, low cost.
Second, its body design cheats physics.
Squid tissue is naturally buoyant. The deep sea supports weight, and without bones, there is no heavy skeleton to maintain. It is a giant animal that is surprisingly light. But the most important trick is how it hunts. The giant squid is probably not chasing prey like a movie monster. Instead, it waits. Long feeding tentacles extend outward, like biological fishing lines. If something swims too close, the squid strikes. Fast attack, minimal energy. Then there are the eyes. Massive eyes in a place with almost no light. That sounds pointless until you remember something important. In the deep ocean, light means information. Bioluminescence flashes everywhere, a signal of movement, prey, danger. Even a nearby sperm whale can disturb glowing plankton, turning the water into a faint warning system. Huge eyes do not make the deep sea bright, they make it readable. So why is the giant squid still here? Because it only needs to survive one fight often enough. The fight against the thing that eats it. Its main predator is the sperm whale, a deep-diving giant guided by sonar capable of hunting in total darkness. If that is your predator, Camouflage is not enough. Speed is not enough. You need deterrence. And the giant squid has it. Arms and tentacles lined with powerful suckers, many ringed with sharp teeth. This is not a gentle grip. We know because whales carry the evidence. Sperm whales are often covered in circular scars, rows of them, like they were attacked with suction cup blades. That does not mean the squid wins every fight. It means the fight becomes expensive. And in nature, that matters. You do not need to be unbeatable. You just need to be difficult enough. A predator that wastes oxygen gets injured or struggles too long may decide next time. So the giant squid's strategy is not dominance. It is friction. It turns predation into a bad deal. The giant squid survives because it is not trying to become a deep-sea superhero. It is a deep-sea accountant. It keeps expenses low, drifting instead of racing, ambush instead of pursuit, soft tissue instead of heavy structure. And then it invests heavily in only a few things that matter. Massive eyes to read faint light, weaponized arms to punish predators. Even its size, the thing that seems like a weakness, becomes useful. A reserve of energy, a buffer against starvation. In a world built on scarcity, patience becomes power. And here is the real twist. The giant squid is not too big to fail. How to survive encounters without winning all of them. How to lose individuals without losing the species. That is why even when humans almost never see it alive, in whale stomachs, in scars, in stories from the deep ocean does not reward the strongest. It rewards efficiency. And the giant squid, this impossible ghost-like animal, may not be a monster at all. It may be a masterpiece of survival math, which makes the real question even stranger. How many more impossible creatures are still down there, quietly balancing the books? Thanks for watching.